Doing this recording before I do the hunting quest recording, because I actually probably am gonna farm that today on stream on YouTube today. But yeah, Samba Quetzalcoatl, she got the costumes. Oh, right. She looks hot. I really like Kets. Not gonna lie, me having Santa Kets kinda curbs my desire to use the ticket to get normal Kets. And just to have the character, not like, I don't care that much about having the unit over at least having the character in Chaldea. So 9.6k attack. Unironically, that's better than some 5 stars. Unironically, that attack is better than 5 stars. And as a ruler, she has a 1.1 modifier, so it's good that she is at the like a good number for a 4-star. And like it just gets better. HP, it's okay. It's not the highest though. Star weight Sergeant, they look like normal values. She's not going to be stealing stars from like too many like night class. Her Sergeant actually should be pretty good because she has these quick cards should be decent. It's not going to be the best Sergeant, but it's not going to be terrible. 0.71%. This should be a good quick arts card if you crit on it. If you don't, it's probably going to be a little lackluster. Right. First skill. This is not like Himiko's skill. This is different. It's not grants crit stars to every member of the party like Himiko. It's just Kets. So if you want to think of this as a downgraded version of Himiko's skill, that's fine. Just know Kets has to stay on the field. Like, there are plenty of servants like this, but like I see something like this and I'm like, oh, Himiko. Yeah, 20%, 5-turn cooldown, 10 stars per turn. I don't, if she had to get anything buffed in her kit, this would honestly be the last thing. Because charismas only get buffed if they're not 20%. And if they don't have another effect on it. This already has this effect. Whether that's worth, or whether that by itself is worth it, that's up to the devs. But I think this skill is fine how it is right now. This skill, on the other hand, definitely needs a buff. 1 star weight for 1 turn, 600%, so not even, that's high, but not, if you're putting this on like an Avenger or a Berserker, it's not going to do that much for them. Like, yes, they will have better star gen, but if you put this on a Berserker, it actually won't do anything. And if you put this on an Avenger, it will do something, but like not as much as you think. Like, they'd still get their stars beaten by like riders. Start and up star gen by 30%. This skill is pretty much dead. Like, star gen as a stat is almost dead. There are definitely certain cases where like no, like you can, star gen actually matters. Koin Shaku, for example, like she gets her star gen up so high that her buster cards gen as much stars as like a lot of Assassin's quick cards. Like, if they ever change how excess crit stars work with it, which I think is the next buff for quick that they need to, or not they need, but they should look into, is like, if you gen a certain amount of stars, you can get extra crit rate or something, or not rate, damage, extra crit damage for that turn. So I mean, if they ever do that, sure, this skill is useful. But that's not a thing in the game right now. It probably isn't going to be a thing in the game because that is it, like, if you're running with Vich and Oberon, that's free crit damage and they don't really need much more. But to help out quick as a card type, sometimes you have to buff up the best units. Like QABs didn't make Buster Servants weaker. It honestly made a lot of them stronger. Especially like Musashi, she got so much benefit out of having Mighty Chains. So even if you buff the weakest card type, the best are still gonna get buffed too. Third skill. Unlike these two, this one is selfish. Buster performance up 3 turns. Star weight of Buster cards 600% for 1 turn. So it is cool that she has 2 star weight skills and both around the same value. So if you need to crit on this arts, you can. If you need to crit on the quick cards, you can. In a mighty chain, you'd use this skill. And if you want to do big crit damage, you can do this skill. That all makes sense. That's fine. But the skill needs to get buffed or RMP, one or the other. Because this skill, this is not worth 5. This isn't even worth 5 turn cooldown. Like even with a 3 turn effect, I would still put this at a 4. At most. At most, I would put this at a 4. So she has the good combo of magic resist high rank and god assistance also high rank. So her magic resistance is 46%. It is hard as shit to actually debuff Sentagets, which is like value in ADP as servant. For say a boss fight, especially as a ruler, like having this high god magic resist along with just being a ruler makes her like good and harder content, because A, she won't take as much damage from most classes in the game, B, she won't get debuffed to Oblivion, so that like gimmicks could take effect. Like she might just straight up neg, like she might not get debuffed at all in an encounter and completely screw with the mechanics of the fight. For instance, like Summer Quetzalcoatl, like there are some enemies in the game that like will not attack you unless you're debuffed. Like they do put that in the coding for this game. I believe like Summer Quetzalcoatl is something similar. Like if they're not buffed, they will try to buff themselves. Which is like why Murasaki is good in certain fights, because like they literally will not do shit if they just get buff blocked the entire time. We all have access to the serving coins. Damage mod against rulers. Okay, that's interesting. I know this is like it's supposed to be against herself, but like this is useless. You're not gonna bring a ruler to fight a ruler. Like, so if you like priority, always mana loading and then extra attack. You're gonna get the coins eventually. But yeah, this is last priority. Even going for 120, I'd say it has more value than this, because like the more attack is going to matter more against rulers more than having a power mod against them. MP 4-hit AoE up star gen by 100% for 1 turn, damage to all enemies, and start stacking crit damage for the party too. So here's the problem with this. She has this, but her hits are really, really low. Or not really low, but like this is still 12 Buster hits. That's not enough to gen that many stars. Now, again, I have to preface this, like full disclosure, I have not used Santagets. I just know how Buster cards work when you have star gen on them. Yes, this is going to gen at least 20, yeah, possibly like 20 stars, especially if you put this on Kets. Like she has the potential to gen like a good amount of stars as a Buster servant, but I wouldn't be banking on something like this as the normal effect. This needs a new normal effect. Like yes, more star gen leads to like more crit damage. You can actually take advantage of this overcharge, but this isn't enough. Like just in my opinion, I don't think it's enough. Samba Quetzalcoatl MP damages Like this is a hard sell. Like if you're comparing Kets to Bunny Toria, yes, Kets looks better MP damage, but Bunny Toria crit damage is something else. Bunny Toria crits really hard, which Kets can. She can ramp up to that level of crit damage too, but she needs like 2 MPs for it. Bunny Toria also has more utility. The only other Buster AoE is Amakusa, and like at MP1 he almost is out damaging MP5 Samba Kets. Like these two just have better kits because they're 5 stars, and Kets, she really is outdated. Not as much as you'd think. She's not as outdated as you'd think, but she's not much better than that. She needs a buff. MP or second skill. Either one is fine to me, honestly. But we have a bunch of free to play welfare rulers. Also in this category, wait. Yeah, EO, who also has a power mod and is like one of the best armors. And then we have Da Vinci Ruler, who is also welfare, can hit very hard, but single target. Samba Cats looks like a good filler servant in case you need something better, or until you get something better. I don't like the idea of a Buster servant that just specializes in star gen when they're not having like a super big MP, like say Raikou. Like Raikou can take advantage of all those stars and like really crit as a berserker. Samba Cats doesn't really have that. I think she needs like 100% crit damage if they're gonna keep this one turn on this skill. I think she needs like 100% crit damage or something. Anyway, that's just my thoughts. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. If you enjoyed this video, consider dropping a like or a sub. And if you're feeling really generous, give me some feedback on the video in the comments section. I am very much looking to improve in the coming months as the channel continues to grow. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.